take the train all the way to Machu Picchu. It's so hard to see through this. We've just officially entered the area of Machu Picchu here. This is just the beginning. Behind us you can see the big mountains with the fog rolling in the clouds. And on this side starts everything. Let's take a look. So, due to COVID, you are restricted on which entrances to Machu Picchu that you buy. Now there are different circuits. There's like Circuit 1, Circuit 2, Circuit 3, and Circuit 4. And then you have the big mountain on one side and another separate mountain that you can climb up as well that are like additionals or another option for the ticket. But it's very confusing on the website which one to buy and which one is going to be right, because some of them are only open at certain times. So it's confusing. But we walked in and he said we got the one for Huchuy Picchu or something, which I think is the part of this area where you can climb up to an even higher peak with the death stairs. But he says it's closing, so I don't know if we'll be able to do that. I tried to buy the ticket for the other side, the mountain, that's open a lot longer and not as challenging, but it appears we didn't get that one, so we'll see. We're just gonna wander around and check it out. So as you can see, they built stairs to help you navigate around these little citadels, and they even took the stairs and carved some patterns in it to make it very, you know, historic looking. It's quite cool. But you can see some of the old houses here, missing the roofs. We are right now entering Temple of the Sun, Templo del Sol. So behind me, in the distance, you can see the rest of Machu Picchu where it goes up higher and towards the mountain. That's where most of the people are. We are now at the other side, looking at Machu Picchu, I think it's called. A very steep mountain. To Huchuy Picchu. Alright, I think we've escaped the tourists over there in the main area. We have tickets to Huchuy Picchu, or however you pronounce it. I'm sorry for butchering that, but a little difficult to pronounce. But apparently this little pathway is a 45-minute round trip, and you get another view from Machu Picchu, or Machu Picchu, however you say it. I think it's said in many ways now today, and people just accept it. But we're gonna check this out because we only have so much time before you have to get back down the mountain and to the town to catch the train and bus back to Cusco, because you have to choose your times and what is available, and what we chose is what was available and the best for the schedule. But I'm running out of breath. This is normal. So now we begin a little ascent on some steep stairs. Not as steep as some of the other ones, I guess, but we're gonna do it. The goal is to get to the top without touching, right? Just kidding. Use your hands for safety if you need it. Or this metal rope. Is it metal?
Very sturdy.
It is metal. Oh wow. And we have like a death view. One wrong fall and you're also part of history. All right, let's keep going. You nervous or what?
Not really.
We keep going. I don't see anybody up here. Maybe we paid for like a... Whoa.
I don't think we should be
thunder, lightning up here. Let's go. We're already part way. We gotta keep going.
Did we come back?
No. We're almost at the top. Okay, the other place I was talking about is called Machu Picchu. Something like that. I don't know how you pronounce it correctly, but it's up there. I'm out of breath. And those stairs is what they call the death stairs because they're so steep, they're so narrow. It's crazy. But wow. Just look down here in the valley. This is incredible. You have the river moving around and you can just hear it. It's very loud. It's echoing off of the mountain. There's also some other platforms down there that was built a long time ago. But here's another view of Machu Picchu. Wow, the fog is really rolling in now. In about 10 minutes, we probably won't be able to see anything. Oh, nice. Get a backside view of this area here. The backside of the river. So these areas get really narrow. Okay, I guess it's impossible to get up without getting dirty. But I thought we were at the top. I don't think we're at the top. Let's keep going. Alright. The final ascent is here to the top to Huchuy Picchu. 2,497.5 meters. Pretty high. I think it's meters, I hope. Either way, it's a very good view of the Machu Picchu over here. A good piece of history. This is a wonder of the world. Somewhere you have to come. It's just crazy to think way back in time people actually built things up here with everything such as manpower and maybe some animals and no machinery really or technology that we have today. But especially up there because it's almost impossible to get up there. The stairs are so narrow and so small that like carrying anything up there would almost knock you over to your death. So don't know how they did it. It's incredible. Something maybe we'll never really understand. But it's great that we can still come here and be part of history and really get to take it all in. All right, this little hike that we just did here was 45 minutes. It's 45 minutes in a round trip. So we did about 20 minutes up. Now it's time to head back down because we have to head through another part of the Citadel down here, which I believe is like a lot of the housing complex for maybe some of the foreign people that used to come here to visit or something like that. I was trying to listen to what a guide was saying that was near us, but I'm really not sure. Machu Picchu. As you can see here, the fog rises when it wants to, so you never know when you're gonna have a clear shot of one of these hills or of Machu Picchu over here, like the main citadel. All right, we are at the bottom now, going back towards the Citadel, the main area. If you do come to Machu Picchu, you should take that hike. It's not so hard. It's a lot easier than the one that's next to it, I would say, just from looking at it. One thing you should know when you come to Machu Picchu is it is incredibly humid up here in this cloud forest. You sweat. Quite incredible how big some of these stones are. I mean, they have to weigh tons. I don't know how they even moved them up here back then. Let alone, they're not even on the bottom. They're in the middle of these structures. So like they had to be hoisted up or lifted up and placed right in there. It's quite fascinating. Here is the big windy road you have to take on the bus to get up here if you don't hike. If you hike, it's about an hour, so you can hike it if you want. But to take the bus, that's the road. That's what it looks like for $24 as a foreigner round trip. All right, we're walking out now, out of the main area, back to down towards the buses. Go back towards the Machu Picchu city area or town area. I'm out of breath from coming up a bunch of stairs, but on our way out, we saw another chinchilla. I think that's how you say that. It's a local animal living here amongst the ruins. Pretty cool, they're pretty big. Definitely a little skittish though. They don't get too close, so that's a good thing. But yes, that's Machu Picchu, and what we could see of it, it's a very fascinating place. But now, we need to catch a bus, get back down, get some more food, rehydrate, get more food, more energy, as you can't eat or you can't drink on the trains or buses. So, muchas gracias. Yeah. We've made it back down to the little town here, Machu Picchu. We actually just went into the Centro Cultural building of Machu Picchu, and we got our passport stamped. So now we have that stamp, that specific one of the wonder of the world in our passport, which is pretty cool. So if you come here, make sure you head there and you get that done also. So I just wanted to step outside from editing real quick to tell you a few things. Now, if you're planning a trip to Machu Picchu soon, it's highly advisable that you do some research before, know a little bit of the history, so that way when you show up to Machu Picchu, you know some things about the different areas. Now, this is mainly if you don't take a guide, because to go into Machu Picchu, most people take a guide, you learn more information, and it's probably better overall, but it is more expensive. So you could definitely watch some documentaries, some videos, listen to some podcasts, and just be knowledgeable about some facts within the different areas inside of Machu Picchu. Also, if you are looking for a guide, don't worry, they are at the entrance of Machu Picchu and they are right by the train station when you get off of the train, so you can definitely find a guide. You can join a group, you can have one private, it's up to you. There are many options. But when it comes to choosing the circuit, make sure you choose the best circuit for you, because there are different ones as you've seen in this video. You're going to want to choose the circuit that's best for your skill level, your interests, and your time frame of visiting Machu Picchu, as you only have so much time to do certain parts and some of them take much longer. Lastly, to prevent this video from being too long, the journey back to Cusco from Machu Picchu is going to be in the next video. If you haven't seen the journey to Machu Picchu yet, you should go back and watch that video now that you've seen the video of Machu Picchu, and then coming soon will be the journey back and exploring around Machu Picchu town a little bit more. So thanks for watching. If you made it this far, I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next video. Peace. So this is Casa del Inca. I guess it's a big house of somebody that was really famous. Not really too sure, but I think this might be the living room, maybe the kitchen area. You have a little flat top thing here where they maybe used to grind some of their foods and everything. And then this is one room and some little area here, and then another room over there. Maybe they're like designated areas of the house, and then behind the camera is another room. It's pretty cool. There's no roofs.
They would call green.
Can you hear me now?
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 With all, but wait, with all? No.
They must have had some kind of like elevator levee system.
Most likely. Ah, this fucking rain is getting all over it every minute.
I realized these are for visas, so I just used up my visa.
We just sat down, got a coffee, she got a beer, we're gonna get some food. We got about another 3 to 4 hours journey back to Cusco.